What up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And so, real quick, I wanted to give you guys an update on my thoughts with the Google Pixelbook Go. Now, this is actually a pretty solid laptop, and it's got its plus and its minuses. Plus side to it is that if you're just trying to browse the internet, if you're just trying to consume media like on YouTube and things like that, then this will be just fine to be able to do that. And there are some quirks and workarounds that you can do to kind of just give it a little bit more go. But, on the other hand, if you are trying to use this for just more intricate, heavy work, then you may run into a little problem, right? Obviously, this is not like a Windows PC. This is Chrome OS. And Chrome OS has evolved. So, to be quite honest with everybody, from what Chrome OS used to be back in the day to what it is now, there's a lot that goes on when, you actually use Chrome OS. And I mean, I can tell you guys that for the longest time, I've used this to live stream, like literally just use my Pixelbook Go to live stream. I may hook like an external microphone to get better audios out of it, but yeah, with using streaming platforms like StreamYard and Restream, I was able to do it with this, no problems at all. Yes, there's a bit of a caveat. There's only a Type-C port on one side and a Type-C port on the other side, and that's really all that you got for ports. There's no regular USB port or anything like that. However, I did use an adapter, a Type-C adapter that plugs into the Type-C port that goes from Type-C to regular USB. And then I plugged in a USB adapter with 3 USB ports on it. So I was able to connect various different things to this in order to be able to use it and to not only stream on Restream with it, but also to edit videos and such, which, you can do on here. So yeah, there is workarounds that you can do with something like the Pixelbook Go, and even install Linux on here and be able to run things. I know one of the things that people are waiting on and testing is the ability to use Steam on the Pixelbook Go and Chrome OS. And that's something in progress that has to do with the Steam team and everything of what they're able to do. But you can do some workarounds when you put this into developer mode. Other than that, basic gaming and stuff like that's actually pretty decent on here and fun. You can do that. Now, aside from the Pixelbook, the Pixelbook can fold completely and go into tablet mode. This one cannot. This one, the hinges prevents it from being folded all the way where you can use it in tablet mode. So basically, you just got it in this mode where you gotta grip it basically with your fingers and kind of hold it like you're a waiter, and that's what you got. You walk around. It's very lightweight, so you can type and walk and do what you need to do on it. Like I said, very lightweight. Full QWERTY keyboard, and at the same time too, you also do have touchscreen, so you can touch the screen to navigate. I rarely like doing that because then it puts fingerprint smudges on your display. Coolest thing is how lightweight this thing is. When it comes down to it, you can get creative with the Pixelbook Go. But aside, from that, using the built-in camera and stuff like that, how does that work out? Let's take a look at the sample of the camera. I'm gonna record a video with this, post it here. All right, so this is video quality taken from the Pixelbook Go. And the background of me doesn't look really bad at all. But the problem that I'm having, though, is right around here. As you guys can see, it's very dark. So low light video, which in this actual case, it shouldn't really be low light at all. I mean, we have a lamp right above, and it's actually bright enough in here to where it could be illuminated pretty well. So the fact that when the light is just directly above me and it creates this type of image, I mean, I don't know, maybe if I move this back it might help or it might not, but yeah, so this is what I'm noticing with video on the Pixelbook Go. And obviously this is the audio as well, so what you've been hearing me talk, that is audio from the Pixelbook Go. Another pretty interesting thing about the Pixelbook Go has to do with the user interface, and they have really kind of just brought in a lot of things here. Honestly, I feel like that it's still a little bit of a Frankenstein monster as of some of the things that's implemented into Chrome OS on the Pixelbook Go. And what I mean by that is like, yes, they've introduced, an app tray. You can swipe up from the left corner, or you could just tap on it with the mouse. But you also have the ability to install apps. Now, they first introduced this with bringing the Google Play Store onto the Pixelbook Go and Chromebooks. And yes, they did have the ability to add extensions and some web apps from the Chrome Web Store before. But they really kind of just, brought that on with the implementation of the Play Store. But now you also have the what they call apps, or I guess the new revamped Chrome Web Store. So like the Play Store, you have apps, you can install it just like you would on an Android device. And the same goes with the App Store on the Pixelbook Go and Chrome OS. So it's like two given places where you can get applications installed on your laptop. But what I would say, just me being a Pixelbook Go owner, is just use the regular apps. You don't have to use the Play Store, just because there are some apps that are just Chrome OS eccentric. And so you'll find those in that store rather than anywhere else. You got a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack if you don't want to use Bluetooth earbuds. So just plug it right in and it's good to go. Yeah, so aside from that, battery life on this has been pretty decent. I get a good amount of time on a single charge, with the laptop, and that's, whether I'm browsing the internet, watching YouTube videos, editing on here, because I can edit with services like CapCut, and even YouTube Create works on the Pixelbook Go. I even use services like Restream and StreamYard to go live. I've done that in the past, and I've even hooked up, an external microphone for better audios to be able to stream to people. So you can do a lot with this, especially if you unlock the Linux mode and allows you to install other services. You really can get a lot out of this, which is why I would say it really is still worth picking up in 2025.